Hello everybody and welcome to today's little video. It's a broke girl's guide to nail art equipment and where to buy and that sort of a thing. Let's start with nail polish. Oftentimes people talk about OPI, China glaze, all that jazz. But look, I'm a broke girl and I can't afford it. So what I do instead is go to, well, here in Australia we call them chemists, but I suppose they're drugstores. These nail polishes are really great quality for the price. These, you know, even if I go to my local supermarket, I can get these for $2 a bottle, okay? OPI and China glaze in the stores here cost around $15 to $20. Now, the other thing about nail polish is because these particular ones are so cheap, they could be very prone to chipping. So how do you make up for that? You use a good quality top coat. So that's what I do. I might use a really cheap color, maybe 2 or 3 coats of the color, and then I use a really good quality top coat to keep it all in check, and it ends up staying on my nails for weeks. Now, another way to get nail polishes is to enter competitions. You know, you've got to be in it to win it. You know, blogs, YouTube, all sorts of things like that. I got all of these when I first started up on YouTube because I entered a competition and I was very lucky enough to win it. Another way that you can get nail polishes and equipment is to go into beauty subscription boxes each month. Now, I'm subscribed to Lust Have It. This came in their box. It's basically like a nail buffer. In other boxes, I know they receive Essie polishes, which might retail, I think, in Australia for maybe about $15, even more. And when you pay $15 for a box each month, it's basically paying for itself. So definitely check out those subscription boxes in your area. Check out eBay. I got these, as you can see, I got these ones from eBay, and all up, I think it only cost me less than $4. That was really cheap. You can also check out loads of different websites which sell nail polish for really cheap. Sometimes they buy in bulk and then they sell it all off. Sometimes they're discontinued colors, that sort of a thing. So definitely check out the online world for buying all of your nail polishes instead of heading up the shops. Now, I just wanted to talk about equipment. I use multiple instruments that are just at home. This one in particular is just a cut-off Q-tip, and you've probably seen me use this a couple of times in my tutorials if you've watched. So simple. You can use both ends of this if you just sort of make sure there's no fuzzy bits on that end there, and you can just dot it on the nail. And same with this one here. You just load that up with a little bit of polish and then dot that onto the nail. Another instrument you can use for dotting tools is an orange stick or a cuticle stick. You can use both ends of this. Also, you can use things like toothpicks that you've got at home. Another dotting tool that's often used, bobby pins. You can get these in different sort of thicknesses as well at the ends. You can get much larger ones. This one is probably just a medium-sized bobby pin. If you want to make one of the ends thicker, you basically just dip it into the polish and take that out and let that end dry. And then you just basically repeat that process until you get the thickness that you want on the end of the bobby pin or toothpick, whatever you've got. And that will give you a much bigger, rounded sort of spot to use on your nails. Now, I don't know, sometimes when I whip out the paintbrush, I sort of wonder if people go, oh God, I have to buy a paintbrush. Honestly, these things are like $1. They are so cheap. You can just go to your art and craft shop or your $2 shop. This one is a very thin tipped, and that's what you want, a pointed thin little tip for the paintbrush so you can do that really fine work on your nail. Another thing that I've been using lately is the sponge, and these are great because they're really cheap. You just rip them in half and they give fantastic texture to your nails when you're using them. Oftentimes when you are doing nail art, it's not easy to really just, you know, basically take the polish straight out of the bottle, so you'll have to put it on something. I usually just use a scrap piece of paper, maybe one that's come out of my printer and it's been super dodgy, so I've just folded it in half and that's what I use. Sometimes when you're using multiple nail polishes, like I might use several different colors at once, and I've only got one paintbrush, right? So what I would usually do is just put a bit of nail polish remover into a bowl and then just drag my brush through there and wipe it off on a bit of paper towel or whatever so I can keep on using the same brush. This little bowl here, I think I got it from Woolworths, which is just a supermarket here in Australia. It was only about, I don't know, $1.20, $1.50. Last but not least, I just wanted to take a moment to mention things like cotton wool. Now, oftentimes girls use cotton wool pads, and if you can afford that, go for your life, but I can't. I found these cotton wool ripples. Now, these are just a home brand. They're so cheap. You know, I think it's only like $1 something, and you get loads in there. Also, when you're buying Q-tips, try and get them in a bulk pack. This was a 200 pack, and this is a great little thing as well because this container can actually be reused. Once I'm finished with it, I can put makeup or whatever I want in there, and it's all done up. Definitely look into buying in bulk instead of just small little packs. Alright, you lovely ladies and gents, I think that is all ready and done for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I just wanted to pass along a few different tips and things that I've learnt along the way. I hope that you have got a bit of information out of this video today and you've enjoyed it. Alright, thank you so very much for tuning in, guys, and I look forward to your company next time. See ya!